From illegal lotteries,
we're gonna put 2 iPhones in this piñata and we're gonna give it to someone who orders a shirt in 3 minutes.
And hooking children to gambling through slot machine games.
MrBeast isn't just promoting gambling to children here, he's running the casino.
All the way to violating human rights and even hiring a registered predator on his team.
Registered as a result of out-of-state conviction. Oh yeah, here it says, R word.
MrBeast has been under fire for some of the most disturbing acts in YouTube history. But it doesn't stop there, as an ex-employee continues to shed light on Jimmy's shady practices, while the whole MrBeast PR team is trying to throw everything under the rug by deleting thousands of comments.
Green is the total number of comments posted. Red is the total number of comments allowed to remain on the video actively.
Editing out parts from old videos.
He went through these videos and would take out to either remove, one of the posters showing, or maybe something his buddy Chris said.
Removing over 20,000 Discord messages and even threatening to sue anyone who speaks up about the disturbing truth of MrBeast. The whole Mr. Nice Guy persona that Jimmy seemingly portrayed for years has started to crumble. And it's almost drawing a parallel to another character that seems like a good guy to the public, but has the darkest secrets. This is how MrBeast is literally Homelander. Ava Tyson. Although Jimmy is the main target now for all the bad things his company has done, it actually started with Ava Tyson, which caused a whole chain reaction that exposed MrBeast for all his wrongdoings. After a series of creators were exposed as predators, it seems like Ava Tyson was up next, as a bunch of tweets revealed that not only was he talking inappropriately to minors on Discord and Twitter, but he was also requesting explicit drawings of real-life children from Shadman. To cover things up and remove any hate from himself, MrBeast came out with a tweet saying he had no idea this was going on. But that's where he made his first critical mistake, claiming that he was unaware. Just days after a Discord chat with over 500,000 messages got leaked, which revealed that Jimmy was not only part of the group chat where Ava Tyson was caught talking inappropriately, but also sent some rather questionable messages himself.
I know, dude, I would inside of that egg and then watch her eat it, and then watch her have with another man while she comments about how my genitalia can never satisfy her.
The main text from Jimmy that caught everyone's attention was of him talking about Kris Tyson's and how it's huge. Mind you, this Discord had a bunch of underage children at the time.
This Discord server that we were a part of had about 10 people in it, most of whom were minors. I'm not sure how they got in there. Not only that, but he had an NSFW bot in his Discord server before he made it public. So when it was just a private server, his little circle of minors, and he would use this NSFW bot to spam different corn images alongside all these 15-year-olds.
And just like Bort starts cleaning up Homelander's image after his usual mess-ups, MrBeast's PR team got on it ASAP and got the leaks removed. Yet, they kept resurfacing over and over again. But just as they were extinguishing this fire, another person came to re-spark the whole controversy.
My name's Dawson. I worked at MrBeast from February to May of this year, 2024. Chris is the tip of the iceberg. And when Jake the Viking says, MrBeast knew, yeah, MrBeast knew. I heard many times that Ava Kris Tyson is a major liability, but they can't get rid of her because she's already threatened legal action and she knows too much. And when all this information comes out about everything that she knew, everything other people know, I promise you on everything MrBeast has done.
Released on July 24th, 2024, Dogpack came out with a video called I Worked for MrBeast, He's a Fraud, in which he made some serious allegations against MrBeast. These included things such as faking videos all the way to doing illegal lotteries and getting children hooked on gambling.
Hi, I wanted to provide some context to this video. I'm a former MrBeast employee, and today I am alleging that the company rigged videos and did illegal lotteries and sold fake signatures. I would consider that fraud, okay? Thank you, enjoy the video.
Faking videos.
Have you ever faked a video?
No.
His first major claim was that a lot of his videos with high stakes don't just include random people whose lives are being changed by the prize, but actually just MrBeast employees, with Mac being one major example.
But this train track is CGI, these bus wheels are CGI, this explosion is fake, this shredder is CGI, this car is digitally lifted, this pit is fake, this guy is fake, this raccoon is a paid actor, this island costs more than $1, this city is not abandoned, these buildings are CGI, it's not your only way out, you can literally get an Uber to the airport for $20. That's not a lurker, it's just a guy. This whole room is fake, this contestant is an actor and a secret employee at MrBeast, they had him dive through this fake door twice, this line is scripted, this action is scripted, in fact pretty much all the videos with Mac are scripted.
It gets worse in scenarios where there's a mix of MrBeast employees contesting against random subscribers in videos such as 100 Boys versus 100 Girls, where not only were there many employees, but even Jimmy's girlfriend was one of the contenders as well. One can assume how the odds would already be stacked against the random subscribers, making it an unfair competition.
You gotta choose your hiring manager. I actually recognize a lot of people in this video, including Jimmy's own girlfriend. So yeah, the random subscribers you see in challenges are actually never random. They're almost always local to MrBeast.
In fact, a case like this has already happened, where a creator, Rosanna Pansino, got edited out of the top 3 in MrBeast Creator Games 3 just to favor some other creator. Although she talked about it for a long time, no one initially believed her until Dogpack's video proof.
In my mind, I'm thinking it's a fair game. They came to my area many times and I was in the smallest cupboard and then I could hear them saying like, she's not here. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, she's not here. The other thing that they said is absolutely no climbing in the air vents or the ceiling. And they said it's because they do all their wiring in the ceiling. Zach would have been eliminated for cheating. He broke the rules. I guarantee you, if I climbed in the ceiling, MrBeast would eliminate me.
He was in the ceiling!
Besides that, Dogpack revealed that a lot of videos have fake timers, edited expressions, and even made people say things in post-production that they never even said in the actual video. And although MrBeast claims that he doesn't fake his challenges, Dogpack also provided evidence for how the team faked their stranded at sea video by not actually being in the shelter during the time-lapse and then magically appearing the next day. According to him, the team spent the night on a production yacht.
You didn't spend the night soaked, Jimmy. You slept on the production yacht.
And another major video that was exposed as being faked was the real-time video, which had moments that were sped up and challenges like the water valve stage, which was being controlled by the producers behind the scenes.
So the valve seems to spin freely and isn't actually connected to the flow of water. So you could assume that producers might be off camera with remote switches to trigger the flow of water.
But faking videos and rigging competitions are still things that a lot of YouTubers have been caught doing. But what makes MrBeast's allegations a lot worse is his participation in illegal lotteries. Illegal lotteries. According to Dogpack, MrBeast has hosted 46 illegal lotteries, where he would offer a prize to someone for buying his merch in a certain time period or something of a similar nature. The very definition of an illegal lottery is a game of chance where participants pay for a chance to win a prize. To make matters worse, these lotteries aren't even hosted properly. They would come up with the rules on the fly, such as saying, those who buy in the next 5 minutes will get a chance to win.
In 10 minutes, right, because we gotta give them time to do their card, we'll give 2 orders $500 each. 5 minutes, someone's getting $3 grand in their order. In 5 minutes, we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna put $1,000 in a random order. 2 minutes, newest order gets $2,000. Good luck, everybody.
According to many users on Reddit, these lotteries wouldn't be honored anyway, as many would not get their prizes, even after being called out live and being told that they've won. Dogpack also revealed how MrBeast's team members were just using his signature on the shirts, meaning not every MrBeast signed t-shirt is actually signed by him.
This limited tee signed by MrBeast and crew, but the description says it's signed by a member of the MrBeast crew, and it doesn't say anywhere that other members will sign MB, deceiving people into believing it was signed by MrBeast.
There are multiple live streams where Jimmy has done these illegal lotteries. In fact, this became such a huge allegation that MrBeast's PR team started to remove any evidence of these live streams by deleting any recorded footage available online. Gambling allegations. Back in January 2022, MrBeast launched his well-known snack company, Feastables. His motto was that they are only using 4 ingredients to make chocolates as healthy as possible. The plan was to replace all the obesity-causing sugary snacks like Hershey's.
Because obviously so much obesity and disease comes from the stuff we eat. Like Hershey's, for example, there's 10 ingredients, super processed. Our Feastables bars are 5 ingredients, and just all the ingredients are way higher quality. And it's infinitely better than the other options out there.
Although it was a good initiative, he eventually changed the formula recently so that it actually has more sugar and calories per bar than Hershey's. Yet he did not take down his initial ad, which claims that Feastable bars are healthier, and it continues to get millions of views monthly. But to top that off, he used his Feastables bars combined with casino and gambling tactics to get consumers hooked on buying his chocolate bar. It all started with his competition in Australia, where people who would buy Feastables would get a random chance to win prizes. But the way to know if you won anything or not would be by the use of a virtual slot machine.
MrBeast is teaching us gambling? Minus points because there's no cool music. Anyway, let's gamble.
After playing the slot machine by entering your receipt code, if you lost, a message from MrBeast encouraging you to buy more for another would play right at the end. What's worse is, there was no age or ID check, meaning kids could partake in this with no consequences. Moreover, the slot machine didn't actually serve as important of a purpose as you'd think in finding a winner, because in some cases, even if you rolled 3 Lamborghinis, it wouldn't guarantee that you've actually won anything. So the purpose of the slot machine game is nothing more than just to make it an addictive loop of buying more chocolates to get another chance. This is honestly starting to sound like when Homelander promoted a substance called soups, which was an addictive serum that caused a lot of trouble among ordinary people. Of course, MrBeast tried to hush Dogpack by issuing a cease and desist letter, but Dogpack replied with a memeful answer instead. Eventually, he released another video where things were taken to a whole different level: Jake Weddle's torture. In Dogpack's second video, MrBeast truly started resembling Homelander with all the psychotic things that he pulled, especially with one participant named Jake Weddle. Dogpack interviewed Jake Weddle, in which he revealed that initially he used to work for MrBeast as a writer, but he claims that if you're not a total yes man for Jimmy, you won't be able to succeed in the MrBeast company, and if you try confronting him about it, you might even be let go.
There was a vibe. There was half the people who, if you made Jimmy happy, you were on the good half. And then there was people who, if you had a disagreement or butt heads with Jimmy or just you didn't like it, you were the other half. I consistently was in the half that Jimmy doesn't like me. That's fine. I don't like him either. It's okay. Oh, it feels so good to say. I don't like Jimmy. I hate you so much. He didn't want anyone to get more popular or have more of a way out necessarily. Like, oh, I'm doing my Twitch thing on the side. Don't do that because you could get famous and leave and talk about me negatively. I could tell that the yes men were, doing well.
This is actually exactly what happened to Jake and another employee after they both confronted Jimmy for not being paid enough, because just the very next day, they were both let go.
He stood with me. He went to that meeting with me. And I said my piece and he backed me up. And I said, I need XYZ or I'm out of here. And they said, bet. And they gave me a severance check the next day. And they gave him a severance check the next day.
Additionally, Jake claimed that he was initially promised to have bigger roles in the company and be featured in more videos. But because he didn't feel comfortable about using charity as a means of content, he slowly started getting shunned from the videos. Until one day, he was offered a chance to earn up to $300,000 for taking part in a challenge where he'd have to spend around 30 days in solitary confinement.
The pitch is 100 days in solitary confinement, and by the end of it, after 30 days, you're gonna get $300,000 because it's $10,000 a day. I grew up poor in North Carolina. I said, excuse me? I'll dance for you if you put that kind of money in my face, sure.
The basic premise was he'd get $10,000 for every day that he survived. The challenge was initially made out to be a vacation where he'd have a cool fun room and be able to take interesting things with him. And the challenges would only get hard in the last 5 days of the challenge. But Jake soon realized it was far from that, because right off the bat, the room smelt of fresh paint. The many luxuries, such as the ice cream machine and a hot tub, would soon turn into torture devices, as they'd either be too loud or start to stink due to poor filtration systems.
I mean, they had just freshly painted the set. You could smell it. A hot tub that's not connected to a filtration system. Give it 3 days, it's gonna stink. And the ice cream machine, let's talk about that for a second. The ice cream machine has 2 mugs, on and off, reeking of smelly dairy mildew.
He also could not have a single moment of peace because bright lights were on him 24/7, even during night hours, because the production team did not want to mess up the time-lapse shot.
They weren't turning the lights off. You know, I asked them, can we have nighttime hours? And they said no, because it would fuck up the time-lapse shots.
Consequently, Jake could not sleep at all, and this comes under sleep deprivation, which is a form of torture that is a borderline violation of human rights. It was so bad that Jake claimed he still sometimes suffers from insomnia to this day.
I wasn't sleeping. I could not sleep, and I have insomnia problems now, but they might have started there.
Unfortunately, that wasn't the end of all his torture, because he'd be asked to perform crazy challenges each day. The worst was having to run a marathon on a treadmill, which left him with giant blisters.
He goes, you're gonna run a marathon. You're gonna do the 22.6K, whatever it is. You're gonna do it on that treadmill over there. The blisters I had on my feet were like, you wouldn't believe, just all over, just these big red.
Although he was being pressured, especially by MrBeast, to continue with the challenge, he eventually was so broken that psychologists had to step in to analyze his condition and say he was in no shape to continue the challenge.
Then that's when I was like, I'm done. I can't. I'm done. I'm out. I'm out. And I talked to the psych about how I'm not well. Like I said, there was a lot of good people over there that was saying, you gotta pull him out.
Even though they stopped the challenge and he was given the prize money for the days he did survive, the final nail in the coffin was Jimmy asking Jake to look at the camera and be thankful that he can now pay his bills.
Jimmy said, can you say to the camera how thankful you are that now you can pay back your student loans?
And to rub salt into the wound, the video was never even uploaded. In fact, after Dogpack's video went live, Jake Weddle uploaded a video saying that MrBeast reached out to him to offer him the rest of the money, $190,000, because he felt bad.
Hey, I wanted to reach out and say I didn't mean to cause you mental stress with that video, and I apologize. Clearly it had an effect on you. You mentioned you'd like to be paid out the rest of the prize money, the other $190,000, and I'd love to make things right with you. I have zero expectation of you mentioning me sending you this money publicly or taking down any videos. This is just me wanting to help you out and make sure you're good. I just need to know if you still have the same bank or not. We'll send you the money on Monday. Wish you the best.
Many speculate that Jimmy pulled this as a way of getting positive PR, but Jake refused to take all of the money and only asked for $50,000, which he said would help him pay off his debts.
Counter offer. You just give me 50. That's going to cover all my debts, some medical bills that I have taxes on the back burner from last year because I'm freelance, and that'll get me back to zero. And I get to keep saying whatever the hell I want.
Now, if that's not something Homelander would do, then I don't know what is. But want to know one more thing that only Homelander could be okay with doing? Hiring and working with criminals, which is exactly what MrBeast did. Delaware. So, MrBeast is a channel that is targeted towards children, yet one of his ex-managers was a publicly registered sex offender, and according to the report, his crime was committed against someone between the ages of 1 and 11 years old. Not only that, but this person was in several videos. Notably, I spent 24 hours in jail and I spent 24 hours in insane asylum. But get this, he was always wearing a mask so as not to reveal his identity to the public, likely to avoid being exposed for hiring a literal predator. Although Jimmy claims he did not know of the Ava Tyson situation, which is why it slipped under him for so long, he has no defense for hiring this predator, because in one of the videos, Jimmy and his friends keep calling him Delaware.
Whoever steps out, if Delaware steps out, you two get $5,000.
According to Dogpack and even Delaware's brother-in-law, that is the state from which he is banned due to his assault.
But when I was there, they called him Delaware. I was like, why do you call him Delaware? I didn't know. Apparently they called him Delaware because he's not allowed to go back to Delaware.
MrBeast Training Guide. Another major red flag in the way the whole Beast team operates is in its training guide. As showcased by Dogpack in his second video, there is a section that is literally called "No does not mean no." Under the section, team members are advised to continue pushing to get what they want when it comes to doing things for videos. For example, if they need some sort of help from a public place, they're advised to seek out some sort of fan within the organization who would be willing to risk his job to help the team out. Overall, it seems very shady and can easily be taken the wrong way. Beast Games. Although we don't know the full details yet, the things that happened to Jake Weddle weren't a one-time thing, as there have been reports of participants in Beast games getting similar treatment. They've claimed not to receive medicine on time, get extremely exerted on set, as well as having many safety concerns. And, oddly enough, some contestants have complained that the MrBeast staff took their undergarments and never returned them. Bogus charity work. A lot of MrBeast's defenders like to claim that Jimmy is still a good person because he has a lot of charities, more notably Team C's and Team Trees. Well, according to Dogpack and even a breakdown from a YouTuber called Quinn Theo, the work these charities have done has been absolutely insignificant. To break it down, in almost 2.5 years, Team C's removed 30 million pounds of ocean waste, and in 1 year, 33 billion pounds of waste goes into the ocean. In terms of Team Trees, they raised $20 million to plant 20 million trees, yet 43 million trees get cut down every single day. Now, this isn't exactly all Jimmy's fault. This is to show that these charities aren't making as huge of an impact as the public would like to believe. Kind of like the pseudo-heroic things that Homelander tends to do to make himself seem all noble. Future. Since Dogpack's videos, things have not been looking good for MrBeast. Others have been coming out with similar horror stories, with one creator even claiming his ideas were stolen by MrBeast. Yet, through all of this, MrBeast has chosen to remain silent. He uploaded 2 new videos amidst all the chaos, which got heavily disliked according to sources. They were also bombarded with hate comments, which the team continued to remove on a daily basis. According to a streamer, Ludwig, he talked to MrBeast, and he plans to push out just one response video once Dogpack has released his 3rd part to all these insane allegations.
Now, I did talk to MrBeast. I called him and I said, when are you going to reply? And he echoed what was said in the Dogpack video, which is when everything comes out, he's going to make one reply as opposed to a reply after every single video.
And according to Dogpack, it is going to have the worst allegation out of all we've gotten so far. Until we get a proper response from MrBeast, all we can do is speculate. But as of now, things aren't looking too good for Jimmy, as with every day, more allegations come to light, which make him seem more and more like a sociopath, almost exactly like Homelander.